This is a DXF practice to set up, 3 different ways to create a DXF file in a drawing file to export. So you have something you can cut on the laser or cut on the CNC. But what I want you to see is when I create this, I've got a floating D inside of a D, a floating R, a floating A. These are all floating, and I specifically for this don't want you to use stencil text because I want it to float on purpose. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways to make this. So to create a DXF. So I'm going to start with exporting the face. So all you do is right click on the face because the laser just wants a 2D shape, right? So just make sure that this part here is DXF. I'm saving it into a temp file, and I'm going to call this export face as DXF. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sketch on this face, and I'm going to project the cut edges so it selects everything, even these little things here, and you'll see later. So now I'm going to right click again and go to export sketch as, and then I'm going to say export sketch DXF. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and I'm going to create a new drawing file. Okay, and we're going to delete this. We're going to delete. This is also how to set this up so it works for the laser. So I'm going to right click on my sheet, edit sheet. I'm going to change this to custom inches. I'll set this to 12 by 12. Okay, so all I did was I came up here and set this to custom size inches and 12 to 12. Okay, so there is my shape. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start. This is the first way I'm going to do this. I can put this in here like this. And remember that when I do this, I can't do a whole lot. I can rotate it, and that's about it, 90 degrees, okay? So I'll take this and I'll just scoot it down a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to sketch, and I'm going to create a sketch. You can select this whole face, or later on you can select, whatever. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here to where it says ACAD. Now this is going to take a little while because when it first loads, it will go a little bit slow because it's got to load the different things. Make sure you choose DXF. I'm going to start with export face as, and it loads true view onto the screen. So I don't know if you saw that pop up, but it's gone now. So it's still loading. It takes a little while. So once it pops in, we can go to next. If you're using a DXF that's coming into a file to extrude, you want to select constrain endpoints. But for what we're doing, it doesn't really matter. So it pops in down here. Don't worry about that purple stuff. I'm going to take this. I'm going to move it up to around here. And then I'm going to do that again. And this time I'm going to put in export sketch as. And what I want you to see is when you bring this in, if you want to use this way to nest things, you can. So you can take, let's say you can move this. We'll move it from here up. You can rotate it. So you can nest it any way you want, which is very different from bringing it in this way, okay? The other thing that is important for you to understand is when you export this, it brings in all of the things that are behind it. So you'll have hidden lines behind it. This only brings in just what you want it to do. So you'll kind of figure out which one works the best for you. But this is the best way to kind of figure out whether things are going to go into your file or not. When I hit finish sketch, all those purple things go away. This is export face, and you see that it didn't select all of the stuff that was stuck. this one did. This is exporting the sketch. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go to annotate. I'm going to come up here, create base view, and I'll show you a cool little trick here. So let's set this to 0.25, something like that. So this is creating a base view. C, Control V. Oh, did that not work? Control. Oh, because I'm hitting Shift. Control C, Control V, and this makes another set of text. Let's try that again. Control C, Control V. Oh, come on. Let's do it this way. Paste. Boop. Boop. And then you can go back in. You can change this to say export sketch as. This one is export face as. That way you will always know, this is your set of notes, you'll always know which one you want to use for exporting. Okay? Take a quick little snag or snipping tool picture of this. I can't do that because I'm recording using that. That's it.